All right, hi again, everybody. Chapter 9 of Way of the Warrior Kid. I learned a lot today. The first thing I learned was about knowledge. See, so far, most of what Uncle Jake has taught me about being a warrior has been exactly what you think being a warrior is, like being strong and knowing how to fight. Everyone knows a warrior has to do those things. Duh. But what a lot of people don't know, and I know, I sure didn't, was that a warrior has to be smart. Uncle Jake told me about all the things you have to know when you are a soldier. Things like this. 1. 1 gallon of water weighs 8.35 pounds, and the average person needs at least 1/2 gallon a day to survive. Soldiers have to know that so that they know how much water to take on missions. Cool, huh? You say, hey, aren't you afraid of the water? You can't swim, right? Man. 2. Warriors must know how to read a map so that they know where they are and how to get where they are going. Did you know in the military they don't use feet or yards or miles to measure things? Instead, they use something called a click, which stands for kilometer. It is a little bit shorter than a mile and is made up of 1,000 meters, which are a little bit longer than a yard. 3. Warriors need to know a lot of stuff about electronics, like how to work satellite radios. Did you know satellites that a radio uses to talk are geosynchronous, orbit around the Earth? That means there are 22,000 nautical miles, which are like regular miles but a little bit longer, above Earth, and they stay at that same spot above Earth the whole time. Wow, that even sounds smart. 4. Warriors have to know history so that they can learn what worked in the past battles and what didn't. Did you know that it is always better to be on higher ground than your enemy? It's true. 5. Warriors have to learn other languages so they can talk to people in other countries that they travel in. Did you know that hujambo means hello in Swahili, the language they speak in Kenya and some other parts of Africa? That's wicked cool. 6. Finally, and most important, a warrior's best weapon is the mind. They have to use their minds to figure out how to beat the enemy, how to catch them off guard, how to attack where the enemy is weak, how to outsmart the enemy. You can't do that if you aren't smart. Warriors have to be smart, which means they have to learn a lot. Uh-oh. I know what you're thinking. I already told you that I'm not smart. Like I said, I had a horrible year in school. I don't even know my times tables yet. But wait, I learned something else today. Something very important. I learned how to learn. When I told Uncle Jake I wasn't smart, he laughed. He told me he didn't do well in school either when he was a kid. School just didn't seem important to him then. But when he got in the Navy, he realized he had to learn a bunch of stuff. Luckily, one of his boot camp instructors taught him how to learn. Uncle Jake asked me which number was the hardest to learn the times tables for. For me, it was the 8s. There's no pattern or anything to them. They're just like crazy 8s. Uncle Jake went to my mom's desk and brought back some 3x5 index cards. He told me I was going to make flashcards. I told him I already had flashcards that they gave me in school. He said that those didn't work. I had to make them. So I started writing the problem on one side and the answer on the other. 1 times 8 equals 8. 2 times 8 equals 16. 3 times 8 equals 24. 4 times 8 equals 32, and so on. We went all the way up to 8 times 13. I told him we didn't have to know 8 times 13. He told me he didn't care. I didn't even know what 8 times 13 was at all. He told me to figure it out. So I added 13 eighths until I got 104. Then he made me make some flashcards over again, but with the 8 first. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 equals 16. All the way to 8 times 13 equals 104. Then I got to 8 times 13 and I remembered it was 104. Wait, I think I just learned it. When I was done, Uncle Jake picked up the pile, shuffled the cards, and started holding them up in front of me, testing me one at a time. If it was an easy one that I got right, he would put it on the bottom of the deck. If it was a hard one that I didn't know, he made me figure it out by adding 8s and then put the card away only a few cards deeper in the pile so that I would see it again soon. The next time I saw the card, it was 8 times 7. I would remember a little bit better than it was that it was 56. He would then put a little deeper in the deck. Eventually, when I really knew the card and answered it, as soon as I saw it, he would put it in a separate pile on the desk. That meant I knew it. After about 15 minutes, every card was in the I knew it pile. Then Uncle Jake picked it up and went through the whole deck again. I only missed 8 times 6 and 8 times 12. He put them back into the deck, and the next time I remembered them. 8 times 6 is 48, and 8 times 12 equals 96. Every other card was in the I knew it pile. He then picked up the I knew it pile and went through it again. I got them all right. Every single one. See, Uncle Jake said, you're not dumb, you just need to apply yourself. What does that mean? I asked him. It means work hard, focus, give 100%. You see, no one is born knowing the times tables or anything else. You have to learn, and you have to learn everything. That means you have to actually study and work until you know. Of course, this will be easier for some people than others. He then explained to me that every person has stuff that they are good at and stuff that they are not. Some kids can learn more easily. Some kids can run faster. Some kids can do more pull-ups. Some kids are even naturally good at everything. He also told me that I was naturally good at drawing. He had seen some of my artwork from school and other drawings I made around the house. He asked me if I practiced a lot to get good at art, and when I told him no, he said I was a natural. Then he told me that just about anybody can be good at just about anything if they work hard. He was right. Here I was, 10 years old, and I'd never actually focused on learning the times tables. I just thought I should know them like my friend Joshua. He seemed to know them as soon as I saw them. I thought I should be the same way, but that isn't the way it works. You have to apply yourself and work hard to learn things. And that's the last thing I learned today. I'm not dumb. I'm actually pretty smart. I learned the 8s 100% in about 20 minutes. I just need to work hard. All right, chapter 10 coming up.